Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of Que-stead-Que. This is actually my second time filming. I did a video about an hour ago and then a friend stopped by and I felt kind of rushed because I wanted to make sure I was attentive to my friend instead of filming. And so I was trying to do both and it wasn't working, so I cut it short, and so that will not be posted. I will be deleting that film. And so I said, well, I'll just start over once she leaves. So she left about 15 minutes ago, so here I am. I had to come out here to finish what I was doing. Well, quite a bit has happened on the Que-stead today, so of course we have to do our repetitive garden tour simply because of that. First of all, I did go to YouTube University and I found out the top 5 reasons why the plants only produce males. And the number 1 reason was nutrients. The second reason was the plant will not push out female flowers unless they feel strong enough to do so. And obviously, my plants did not feel strong enough to push out female flowers. And usually that's because of a nutrient deficiency, specifically specifically phosphorus. So it's said to begin by hitting the plant with a little phosphorus and see what that does. And then there was a few other tips, like they said remove the male leaves, and that might encourage it to put out female leaves. I mean, not leaves, but flowers. And so this cantaloupe here, it has a couple of flowers. It's had others, but they've all been male. So I'm gonna just leave those because it's not that many, but I have new ones coming. So we're gonna see. So what I did was I hit all the flowering or all the blooming plants with phosphorus on today. I hit them with the bone meal. That's everything. I just fertilized everything with some phosphorus that I know needed it. I also, I moved my Korean melon out to the trellis, and it's stressed right now, but it'll bounce back unless it's just too weak to survive. But I moved it, so we're gonna see. And I fertilized that real good. I also used some of this bloom food, which is 12-24-12. So that's nitrogen, but 24 of the phosphorus. So it got an extra boost. And then 12 of the potassium, the K. And it also mentioned about lots of times, is it potassium K? I think that is potassium. Anyway, whatever the K stands for, which I believe is potassium, they said that potassium deficiency will also cause the plants to not bloom the female flower. So I gave everything a boost today. And I even used the blood meal on my leafing plants. My mint, because Morris, the mojito, is looking kind of sick over there again. He's not as vibrant as he was. So I hit him with some blood meal to see if I can get that leaf production going on him again. See, look at it. I hit the rosemary, the creeping rosemary, although that's growing pretty good. And I hit the spearmint because it won't be long before it's time to retire these plants. I only have like a month to go, if that. I hit the strawberry plant with the bloom food just because this one is ever bearing. And I even hit the ones that didn't bloom for me, the white pine. I even hit those with the bloom food because it's still not too late. They may bloom. I hit the greens after I cut them yesterday to come again. I hit those with the blood meal to get that the leaves going. I did the same with the Swiss chard. I just cut that a week ago and it's already coming back. So I'll get another harvest out of that. I hit everything else with the bone meal. I pruned the tomatoes and look at all the mess I got out of there, off of those. I mean, they really needed pruning, and I'm still not done, but I didn't want to keep cutting because I kept cutting off vines that had tomatoes coming on them. Look at this. I didn't even know I had more harvests on these little teeny tiny ones. They're all over. So, ooh-wee, and they good too. I'm gonna get those off. If I can quit eating them, but they are, ooh, they are delicious. My San Marzanos, it is flowered again, so I made sure I pruned that one really good because I don't want to lose any more. And I have quite a few San Marzano flowers coming, so I wanted to give those a good chance. I think I'll still get some. This one, and I have a few that are just about ready. In fact, let's pluck this one. I'm gonna eat it now. It's putting out more tomatoes. So whatever I've done, well, I did fertilize all my tomato plants about 2 weeks ago. And that's when I started getting the production on the cherry tomatoes. Even my outside plant is doing well. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. I fertilized the honeydew and the cantaloupe. And like I said, I moved the Korean millet out. I strung, and I fertilized this squash too. And I strung it up because it was tall and hanging on the ground. So I strung it up, and hopefully it will begin to put out females. I moved the ground cherry and I fertilized that because it should be putting out more. I have a bloom, there it is right there on the peanuts. I didn't fertilize that. I just let it be. I'm gonna pull up a video to find out what I should add to it. I didn't know, so I didn't want to put the wrong thing in the peanuts. I would think phosphorus, but I'm gonna find out for sure, and I'll get that one tomorrow. Herbs, blood meal, because I want those herbs to come on in. And they're just about ready. It's time to get some more purple basil and sage. Okay. I harvested my 2 green zebras because one was going bad. I forgot these don't turn red. I don't know what I was waiting on. So I got them off. And I fertilized this, and I got the tomatoes off yesterday, and I left the small one. Look at there, new leaves already. So I needed to do that to give it some energy. I have more coming, and I did prune this, and I also pruned the purple Cherokee. Remember last week when I moved it, and I said maybe moving it will help me to get some purple Cherokee tomatoes? Look, y'all. There it is. And there's another one on there somewhere. I have 2 coming. So, and I have more flowers coming. So moving it did help. And it's about darn time. This big giant gooseberry finally gave me 1 gooseberry. There it is. It might be some more on there. I haven't looked. So I picked the dead leaves off of this and I fertilized it also. And I have more gooseberries about to come. I have ground cherries back here, so I'm gonna be watching. Oh, there's one that, oh, it's a lot of them down there. Okay, I gotta go in there and get those ground cherries. They're ripe. I was gonna move the cherry trees out, but then my green beans have just taken over the branches to trellis, so I'm gonna leave the cherry trees in here until next spring. Ooh, and I forgot to water this. I fertilized it. Look at this. The strawberry has gone ham. All this is from the white pine. So I'm gonna just leave it. I'm not going to propagate any more of the leaves. I'm gonna just leave them on there and see what happens with them. Okay, so that's it for here. So now let's go out and I'll show you what I did, what I planted, and all that good stuff. This is that basil, and I cut it yesterday, and look at it, new leaves already. And I could actually pull some more off of it, but I'm gonna let it grow a little bit. And I hit it with the little blood meal. I hit all the pepper plants with the bloom food, although they're already bloomed, but I want them to get the nutrients. Let's look at the cucumber. See what that's doing. Hey, look at there, already. Just since I hit it with the fertilizer today, it looked like it's grown a centimeter. Look at that. Let's see how the other 2 are doing. And hopefully I'll start getting some more females on here other than the 3. That one still hasn't done much of anything. And that one hasn't either, but at least I have 3 females on there, and with this fertilizing, maybe they'll take off. We'll see. And it's just going all the way across the line, but I'm loving that cucumber, y'all. At least I'll get one. Okay, then over here, you know what? I'm not giving up hope on these potatoes. I peeked under there today, and some of them have gotten a little bit bigger. See the sun setting, and it's only 7:30. That's the reason why I took if you notice, I took my shade cloth down. Today only got to 73 degrees. And so our weather is now changing. I can feel it. And I said that can come down because it's not getting as hot. The sun's rising now at about 7 instead of 5 like it was. So that's 2 hours less, and it's setting at 7. So we're still getting 12 hours a day of the sun, but not 14 like we were. And so I said, since most of the stuff is out of the greenhouse now anyway, I think they'll be okay, and I'll be able to keep track of what's going on in there. But anyway, yes, the potatoes are nice and dry. So I'm glad I added that nitrogen, the grass, because it has kept, and I'm gonna show you, it has kept the potatoes nice and dry underneath, so they're not going bad like that one, see? And this has gotten bigger. So if I don't get but that one potato, and then I have a new plant here. This just came up. So something's happening with this potato plant. So I said I'm gonna keep fighting until the bitter end, because this thing is still alive. It's not dead yet. And until it dies, I'm gonna leave them be. So I hit them with fertilizer. Since all that nitrogen went in there, I hit it with some potassium today. I also hit it with a little sulfur in the Epsom salt. I put some just on the potatoes. And I also hit it with the bloom food for good measure. I hit all these with the bloom food and my peppers as well. And this one, now this is mine from the one I started from seed. See that? So I'm getting peppers. There's one, hold on. There's one, and here's one right here, there and there. And it's nice and thick. It's really taking off now. Took a while, but it's doing it. Okay, and then the one I put in yesterday, the sweet banana, I fertilized that, and it's doing good alongside the other one. The cucumber over there, it finally reached the trellis. I'm just waiting on it to flower. Let's see if you can see it right on the end. It's getting smothered by the blueberry plant that's really doing well over there. And then also this plant right here, which is that's part of the borage. And the marshmallow plant is doing good also. And then I also have borage over here, and that borage that I have inside of the house is doing good. It's in my window. And look, y'all, the asparagus decided it wants to put out again. So I'm gonna let those come on in, and then I'm gonna harvest it again. I thought it was done for the year. Okay, now we're gonna go over to, and we'll be ending this soon. Hold on, I'm trying to zoom out, y'all. There we go. Now we're gonna come over here. We'll go to the corn last. Okay. First of all, I noticed the difference with the okra. I hit the okra with a little blood meal, plus it has the nitrogen from the grass clippings. Boom, bang. It worked. See how this has taken off? That one's gotten bigger, and I have new growth coming in, and a little okra is trying to form. That's what it needed, y'all. I think I'm gonna get okra after all. My eggplant, my little fingers eggplant, I'm blooming. The flowers are out every morning. I saw them today. This one, and the butterflies have been attracted to it because the flowers are purple. And I believe I'm gonna start getting eggplants real soon. I'll keep an eye on it. But I've got enough blossoms to where I should be getting eggplant any day now. Green beans, I've got more coming, and I've got more blossoms coming. I'm glad I picked them the other day because that let the smaller ones take off. As you can see, I have quite a few in there still. And so I'm gonna keep checking them every single day. And once they're big enough to pluck, I'll be plucking. And the blooms are starting to come on, new blooms. You can see some like right there. Those are new from where I just plucked. So that's the main thing. Even the peppers are looking good. Even the leaves are starting to look better. And I put a couple of the new ones in here. I think this is one of them. But I've got blooms all over. So, and right now I'm in the middle of dehydrating some peppers. There's a pepper. Here's a couple here. And I plucked from this the other day. And it made these other ones that are on here take off. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one alone. Those are the, I keep forgetting the Jibby Nardellos are taking off. The cherry peppers are taking off. This one here has taken off, and that's the sweet pepper I put in yesterday. The other banana pepper, so sorry y'all, I have new peppers on that. I don't know if you can see them. There's one, and the other one is up here. 1, 2. So I think I'm doing good with the peppers. Okay. These peppers, I put them in this crate. This was from yesterday. The Mimi Red, which I found out is a sweet pepper once I looked it up online. And this one here is the giant macaroni, as I call it. The giant marconi. I plucked one yesterday, and there's 2 new ones coming right now. My jambalaya okra has even taken off. There it is. I might be late getting okra because usually I start getting it around late July. It's going to be late, but I'm going to get it in August, especially if we have another push of heat, which we will. After plucking, see the new flowers? After I plucked those crowder peas, I've got more. They've gotten bigger. Have a lot of those on here. And more flowers. Same with the cream peas. And now, last but not least, you'll see that the Korean melon has stressed tremendously, but I fertilized the living smickens out of it. And so it'll come back. Oh, it's looking bad. Both of them are looking really bad, but I watered them real good. I fertilized them real good, and we're supposed to get rain, and that rain is what will bring them back. As long as the flowers stay on there, it'll be okay. It's just gonna take a few days, just like it took for that squash. And this squash, as you can see, is producing females, so it's getting whatever nutrients it needs. I just hope they're getting pollinated. The great pumpkin. Diana, I don't know. You said it could be a deformed squash, but it's orange. I think this is a great pumpkin. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, and here's the news of the day. That nitrogen did the trick, y'all. Look at there. I've got tassels coming in all the corn. You can't see them all, but I checked them. You know I did, especially down there, those big ones. But there we go. There we go. It's ready. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. And me putting that nitrogen in it the other day did the trick. Okay, let's get back to the, we're at 18 minutes. Let's get back to the greenhouse. So those are the changes. So the changes, to recap, were me moving the Korean melon out, me fertilizing everything with the necessary nutrients, me pruning the tomatoes, me getting a gooseberry, thank the Lord, me harvesting the green zebra tomatoes, me getting a purple Cherokee tomato, and also the improvement of the squash, and then all these cherry tomatoes. So I would say that today was a good day. Oh, and right now I'm doing peppers. And they seem like they're done, but I want to be sure with that pepper. So I'm gonna let those go until about midnight. And because the whole house smells like sweet pepper, so I know they're not over dehydrated, but I just want to make sure they weren't crispy to the touch. So when I checked it and went to, wiggle my finger around it, it didn't just break apart, although it was dry. So I said, I'm gonna let that go another 4 or 5 hours before I go to bed, and we'll see how they're doing then. The basil came out excellent, excellent. So I have that in the chopper. I'm getting ready to process that now. And that was done in 3 hours on last night. I got it done in 3 hours. And I let it set overnight to cool off. And today they were as crispy can get. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to get off of here now. We're at 20 minutes. So I just wanted to show you the updates. Oh, and yes, I removed the tarp. I think I already mentioned that. So now the greenhouse will get a little more sun. I'll be able to keep an eye on things. I don't think we're going to start hitting a 120 again in here. It would have to we would have to have that blazing sun. We're through with that now. In fact, from now on until the first frost, it's going to start getting cooler and cooler every night. It was only 73 today. We are supposed to get back to the 80s next week, but the low 80s, and that's more Michigan-y. And then also in the evening, as soon as that sun starts to set at 7, it cools off. It's cool out here now. In fact, the greenhouse is sitting at 65. I'm looking at the temperature now. So we're okay. So now the plants are going to need the sun as opposed to being shaded out. So, and that could be why Morris the Mojito Mint started doing bad, because he's probably missing the sun that he desperately needs right now. So we're going to find out. I'll look to see if he improves in the next few days here. All right, you guys. So I'm going to let you go, and I will talk to you all later. And may God bless you all, and hope that my amending this soil works. And also, when I took the Korean melon out of the crate, I took the dirt from that crate, or the soil, and I poured it into the melons. I poured it into that squash plant, and I just kind of poured it in a lot of these crates to add more soil. And I still have a little bit left over because I had 2 crates full of soil with no plants in them after I pulled the roots out. And I did that before I amended. So just having that extra soil should help these plants take off a little bit more. But I'm pleased right now. Oh, and I tightened up all my strings. Everything that's strong, I tightened them up real tight so that the plants could continue to thrive and grow, you know, up the string and trellis and everything. So we shall see how this all works. I think having more airflow, having more sunlight, me watering, you know, consistently. I usually water every other day now, and I've noticed a difference. But it's a few plants that I have to hit every day. I have to hit those melons every day, and I have to hit those ground cherries. All the other ones, I go by feel. If the soil looks dry, then I'll hit them. If they don't look dry, then I'll miss them for the day. And then I'll feel the soil, and if I feel moisture, then I don't bother it. And I'm starting to see results. So we shall see how everything pans out. We've got a month. I've got a good month to go to get these things going. So we shall see. I think that everything will turn out all right on the Que-stead this year. And I'll be ecstatic over the potatoes. And speaking of potatoes, I need to go up there and water my sweet potatoes. And the variety I planted are Beauregard. And Georgia Peach, I wanted to let you know that I actually, when I pulled up what amendments to add to, I put Beauregard sweet potatoes, and wouldn't you know, a video from you popped up from a year ago. I followed to the T. I had everything, the Dr. Earth, I had everything that you used to fertilize yours, and I did it exactly how you did it. Now, I didn't watch your results video, but I'm assuming that you got those sweet potatoes last year. So my plant it tolerated very well. I amended real good. I watered it real good. So I'm going to go out there and water it in a few minutes. And we're supposed to get rain, so it'll get an extra boost if we get the rain. But I want to make sure it has some water on it today, because I found out you need to water that consistently. Okay, so I'm out of here until tomorrow. May God bless you all. Happy growing. And the Que-stead the pity party is over. I'm happy now. I'm smiling, 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 because my garden is starting to take shape, letting me know that I'm doing something right and things are starting to respond and thrive. These plants thanked me today. I could almost hear them say, "Thank you, Que, for pruning me. Thank you, thank you. Now I can do my thing." Woohoo! and I'm getting the herbs. I'm very excited about that. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye. One more look. Sun is gone, and it's not even 8 o'clock. That's sad too. So I need to get my light ordered. I have and why am I talking again? But anyway, I have one of those sun simulating lamps because in the wintertime I have that seasonal stuff. And so I bought a new one last year and I got immune to it. So I want a stronger one. So I'm getting ready to order. Oh, and also Diana, I found some onions online because I don't know if we can order them. If you order them in the fall, I don't know if it's like potatoes where they send them in the spring. So I said, I better go on and get these things ordered while they would still send them. And I pray they don't go bad between now and October. But I'm going to take my chances. So next week, I'm going to wait till next Thursday when I get paid. And I'm ordering my onions so I can be ready for the fall to get them planted out. Okay, but I was just letting you know so we can be getting ready. And let me know how you did yours. Is it safe to order them later? If it's safer to order them later, then I'll wait till September to order them, and then they'll come in time for me to get them planted out by mid to late October. So let me know how you did it last year. Talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.